DJ Zullo for Knicks Film School as the Knicks look to beat the Magic for the second time in as many chances, and to do so, they're going to have to keep their second-year forward Franz Wagner in check, averaging 20 points per game on really high efficiency. He's having a wonderful sophomore season and is so tough going to his right hand. Here, the T-Bulls have him contained, but he's going to use that deceleration, little hesitation, and then he's going to look for that seam, find it, and attack the rim going to his right. And on this out-of-bounds play, you're going to see a great screen by his brother Mo and a beautiful inside hand finish with the left hand. And when the defense succeeds by cutting him off going right, he's going to reverse pivot many times and use that Dirk one-legged fall away, but that is a win for the defense. Now, let's look at the Magic over the last 10 games, 6-4 with a neutral net rating, and they have been very efficient in the pick and roll this season in the 72nd percentile across the league. But beyond that, isolation, transition, and spot ups well below average. And Cole Anthony over his last 10 is on a heater, 14 points, almost 5 rebounds, 3.5 assists, and shooting 54, 43, 88 in terms of the efficiency. A nice little run for Cole Anthony. And now let's take a look at Jonathan Isaac, a guy the Knicks fans haven't seen in a few seasons now. Here matched up against Jaden McDaniels, a beautiful left shoulder turn. His skill level looks a bit more enhanced than pre-injury, and then here he's going to go over the right shoulder with that Dirk one-legged fall away. And his strength is also a thing that's popped a bit since his return. Here he's going to walk the defender. Area is isolated around the elbow. He's just going to walk the defender down towards the basket and then use strength and explosiveness to grab that offensive rebound and finish strong. And then, of course, we have to talk about defense when it comes to Jonathan Isaac. Here, great awareness and anticipation to pick that ball off at the top of the key. Euro step, and it kind of blows a tire a bit, but Fultz is able to finish at the rim. And then speaking of defense, Jalen Suggs, just awesome agility going left and right. Great alley-oop to Cole Anthony, but his point of attack defense is something to contend with. Here he is again, matched up against D'Angelo Russell. Great ability to move his feet, digs with his hands, generates another steal. And then Cole Anthony, we mentioned the efficiency earlier. He loves to take that open three against drop coverage, so keep an eye on that when the Knicks go to their drop defense when Cole Anthony's in the game. And then when Fultz has the ball, they like to run this little empty corner pick and roll, which forces the big, in this case Gobert, to have to guard two. And Fultz is just so good going to either hand at the rim, and we know his intermediate game is so tough. So Quentin Grimes, who likely will have the bulk of the matchup against Fultz, will have to contend with that. And then Jericho Sims, I do worry about his matchup against Mo Wagner, who will utilize a ton of head fakes. He is really crafty in around the paint area, and we know that Jericho could be very susceptible to going for those pump fakes. Here, he gets Embiid to bite on that pump fake. So while this matchup might not have huge ramifications in a close game, which I expect this to be, any advantage matters. And Wagner is also tough to handle as a cutter. He generates 17% of his possessions out of cuts. He's in the 68th percentile in the entire league and has just great timing, great awareness. And for a team like Orlando, who is just not a great offensive team, to be able to generate easy baskets out of bounds plays or in the half court via the cut is really big for their chances to win. For Knicks Film School, this is DJ Zullo.